Yeah, in the late game, they're kind of lost. So they really have to somehow create a game plan, create scenarios, multiple scenarios for that late game. But enough talk. Let's jump into the drafts here for our first game between Aura Fire and as well as Alter Ego.
Absolutely. Now, jumping into game number 1 in the draft, we are seeing just both of the teams reading each other out. Again, in the first game, usually we do see this kind of draft going in for just the prio bans in general. With the Julian taken away, Alter Ego takes away the Faramis. And we should see another more respect bans come through. Maybe the Akai, the Fanny, perhaps even the Valentina response from Aura Fire here. It all really depends. But I think Aura Fire, there you go. They go for the 1-1 because they want to force the Valentina and even the Fanny ban to come from Alter Ego. As Aura Fire, they have first pick.
The first pick for sure will be very beneficial, and it will depend on what they want to do, right? That first pick is just so critical because now the other team has a chance to pick up 2 prior heroes when there are so many options available for these teams right now. Speaking of that late game, Logoni, I know it's unwise, it's probably reckless, but I do want to see if Alter Ego are going to go for their signature move, quote-unquote, where they go all in the early game and completely abandon that late game. It is wild, but when it pays off, it is very impressive, so I am looking forward to see if that will come through in this banning phase.
Well, I'm intrigued already. I feel like they might go for that approach, but is it too much of a gamble is the real question. But Aura Fire, quite interesting approach here. It seems like their game plan isn't with the Valentina, even though they're their first pick. So what are they really prioritizing here? It seems like Beatrix. Good day, first pick Beatrix.
There you go, the hero that just carried us in our ranked game because of how broken Beatrix is in this meta. I'm not even joking, guys. Back at home, on the Ling, full items, you jump on a Beatrix with full items, the Beatrix one-shots you with just one basic attack with Wesker. So that's how powerful the Beatrix really is in this current meta. We might even see it being banned in the first phase as Alter Ego, they're going to be forced here to go for either the Beatrix or the Akai. They do go for the Akai, leaving the Beatrix up for grabs. Aura Fire can just take that Beatrix away. We've seen how lethal it is on the hands of Kabuki, but they go for the Yve. Again, this gives Alter Ego the opportunity to actually take that Beatrix out and even maybe just go for that Paquito. But here, man, Anti-Mage has some spicy words saying that Aura is the evolved version of Alter Ego.
I somehow agree with that. I mean, Alter Ego is... I don't mean this as a bad thing, but they're reckless. They like to go for the team fight. Meanwhile, Aura Fire, they can somehow be more grounded this season and still focus on objectives. And yeah, back to the draft. We will see here Beatrix and as well as Esmeralda pick up 4 side of Alter Ego. We talked a little bit about Beatrix, but I do want to go back here. That Eve pick, I feel like again a very power pick for Facehugger, and it is still strong. It's still strong. It creates high ground as well. And yeah, I feel like Aura Fire, they are still comfortable with that Eve in the mid lane. What will be the response here?
Well, the Esmeralda and Beatrix is a great pick already. Of course, for Aura, having that mid control, that mid pressure is going to be very critical in the rotations. But Alter Ego, they don't play the way typical teams play, so maybe they can just circumvent that with different unique macro. But here we have a comment from Nino from Alter Ego. Well, Aura's dangerous player is Kabuki. Who is the most dangerous player in Aura? It's Kabuki. It's fun to fight in the lane with him. He is looking forward to this showdown. But as we say that though, it is the signature Godita coming in with Fluffy's Dairat as well, who we have seen destroy Esmeraldas who are not prepared to fight him.
Yeah, they got a counter hero towards the Esmeralda, picking up the Kadita as well. That is somewhat of a counter towards that Beatrix, right? If you are actually able to dive in and take the Beatrix down with the Breath of the Ocean and the Oddity, it just becomes so hard. So much dive and backline pressure for the side of Aura. And this is also one of the things that we used to see Arashi and Gani. For Aura, they used to opt a Kabuki's picks into the second phase, and even high, because we know how just crazy and creative their drafts can be with that. So Alter Ego goes for the Lilia ban again, enabling Aura to pick up some crazy picks in the second phase later. If Alter Ego starts banning out the marksman, Paw, Clint, we're gonna see a Cho, we might see a Yuzong in that gold lane.
we'll have to wait and see, right? But let's take a look here. Lilia, very fast clearing hero. Esmeralda can clear waves fast as well. And Beatrix, I mean, come on. Also, another hero that can clear fast. So the approach from the side of Alter Ego, it's quite clear. They want to wave clear fast and as well as rotate as effectively as possible, looking for pickoffs or even force a team fight. And yeah, Alter Ego, they are going for that approach. Aura of Fire though, with Yves, Kadita, and as well as Dyroth, I gotta be honest, their composition is looking quite thin here. So perhaps I might see a fighter jungler here for High in the second phase. But Alter Ego in the second phase, they have opted to ban out that Yuzong. A quick response from Aura of Fire to opt to ban that Natalia. Yeah, I mean, Leo Murphy on that Natalia can be so annoying.
Very annoying. I think annoying is an understatement, but we have seen Leo Murphy actually, kind of underperform on that Natalia against Rebellion. It did feel like Heis was just able to pinpoint the location of the Natalia every single time. But now, Aura Fire, they give out the respect, knowing that they have a Yves that is most probably going to be in the back line alone as they use... This is their strategy, right, for Aura. They like it like this. The best defense is offense. We pick up a dive composition to just secure that backline pressure that we have from the Yves, Arashi.
Exactly. It's a different approach kind of, because some teams, they want to have everybody on board with the dive, but for Aura, having the Yves in the back makes them a lot more flexible when it comes to how they want to approach these big team fights, especially in the late game, because we've seen a lot of players are able to actually leverage the range and the utility from that real world manipulation and put that to great use. They ban out the Ruby as well right now, so cementing their decision to just go in for the big dive. For Alter Ego though, if they go for something a bit tanky, for a lot of crowd control, I think when both teams want to go aggressive, we've seen this again and again, the roamer that has more playmaking potential, more crowd control, more tankiness, that will allow the team to be a lot more dominant in the early game. And for Alter Ego, they have a lot more wave clear, as Goni mentioned, so pressure is absolutely the name of the game right now.
I mean, pick up the Cho here for Alter Ego. It's a very good hero. They need CC in their department, and Cho can, with that Jet Kundo, and as well as that Wave Dragon, can negate pressure from the side of Aura Fire. But, Leo Murphy will opt for that Matilda, so perhaps provide the disengage and as well as the engage here. Another tool that can be used for rotation.
I thought they were going to actually opt for that Mathilda or the Roam pick in the final pick, right? Because, again, Atlas Diggy still open. Maybe they could have just went in for a cheeky Atlas pick as the last pick for Alter Ego, but they pick up the Matilda again, securing some disengage potential for the team. However, now, Aura Fire, they have the chance to just lock down their heroes. Cho can be an option up against the Beatrix. It's very, very scary, but we've seen Kabuki pull this off on the Cho in the gold lane with High and Dry. And here, for the jungle, they can actually go for something like the Amon. Beatrix actually struggles against those kind of assassins, but it's actually... Well, I was right about the Amon. I wasn't right about the Cho. It's the Popo and Koopa pick coming in for Kabuki. We've seen this. We've also spoken about this. Kabuki needs to play on those playmaking heroes, Arashi, and I'm afraid Popo and Koopa just doesn't feel like that hard carry type of gold laner.
In addition though, Alter Ego has also saved their jungle pick for the last pick. And right now, seeing that there's a lot of pick-off potential, there's a lot of crowd control, there's a lot of burst, they have the option of going something like a Barats even, and comboing that with the Matilda. Exactly, so comboing something tanky with the Matilda. It is not Sully Boy's quote-unquote identity, but it will shut down most of the pressure coming in from these pick-off heroes that Aura has very costly picked into their draft.
Yeah, I mean, looking from our perspective here, Aura Fire, their composition is quite thin, but no, Alter Ego will go all in, not all in. They will add another fighter here, and Sully Boy will be playing that Balmond, and both, I don't know. Roster-wise, I gotta say, composition-wise, I gotta lean towards Alter Ego here, because solely the composition from the side of Alter Ego is quite thin.
Well, Gani, your talent prediction by Axe here says otherwise. Yeah. You went for Aura Fire, but again, this is the talent prediction here on the English cast. Unanimous for Aura, and it's also unanimous for Aura on the Indo desk. So just everyone predicting Aura Fire to win in this matchup. Even the audience prediction, very, very close, but leaning towards Aura Fire here. As you can see from the audience prediction on your screen, from social media, by TikTok. But sure, I do agree with you actually, when you say that Ultra Ego have the better roster or the composition. The thing is, though, is it their comfort? I have never seen Silly Boy on the Bauman before.
Well, it is an aggressive pick though, so we have mentioned how Selly Boy, he excels when he's allowed to farm, by the way. So Bauman might suit his playstyle. It provides him with that farming potential, that potential to be aggressive and dominant in the early game, as well as being aggressive, securing kills with that lethal counter. So I think for Alter Ego, they have a lot more balance, they have a lot more pressure in the early game, but they lack in that CC department. They offer the save, the shielding from Matilda, but will that be a mistake when they're up against Godiva's Kadita?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back with us. Nope, we trolled you. But yeah, almost we go to the Land of Dawn. Yeah, we'll have to wait here for a moment. But yeah, let's take this time to talk about the rosters, the composition. I gotta be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. The Alter Ego composition is more balanced, just like what Arashi said. It has more burst, it can provide bodyline as well, frontliner as well. But from the side of Aura Fire, they have so much damage.
Yeah.
Amon, right?
And we already mentioning earlier about how Beatrix is borderline OP. It's one of those weird picks. As Mirko was mentioning, assassins are supposed to counter these marksmen, but when you're playing Beatrix, that doesn't even apply. And actually, from there's a streamer, right, that's kind of making waves right now. His name is Wish.
Yeah.
In the game, his in-game name is Wish, and he was able to one-shot a full build Akai in the late game. One shot with the Beatrix.
Wow.
So, knowing that Alter Ego has that potential to make those kind of plays happen, it's just difficult to put the favor inside of Aura Fire.
Well, enough talk, Mirko, Arashi. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just witness the first game between Aura Fire and as well as Alter Ego. And it seems like, yeah, Leo Murphy and Udiel here are very fast clearing mid. They can rotate and find pickoffs in the early game. That is what Godiva and Facehugger should do. I mean, Facehugger Yves should wait level 4.
I like how Aura are maneuvering. Wait!
Oh my god, 2-man catch there. Leo Murphy, 1 HP surviving.
Wow.
And yeah, he burnt the flicker. That's information. I expected Alter Ego to play more aggressive, but man, Aura Fire with their own setup is almost catches a body there.
See, when we said that Alter Ego have the better composition, obviously it is more towards how flexible this composition really is and how adaptable this composition is. It's very flexible, very adaptable with the Beatrix picked up. As you can see right now, we are going to take a look at the talent emblem for now. It does seem like everybody has gone for the standard kind of emblems. I do want to focus on how Aura Fire are actually able to use this, quote-unquote, losing draft. But they have so much better early game. They have so much pick potential with Godiva. And even, look, the Amon and Dairoth constantly just coming together. If Amon rotates towards that bottom side, that is a sure win for Dairoth. It's going to be bad for Pi.
It's very difficult indeed. He is in a countered matchup. He is Esmeralda going up against Fluffy, of all people, on the Dairoth. We've seen Fluffy absolutely pop off, so it's a very difficult situation. And Fluffy wastes no time at all, already roaming towards that mid lane at level 1. So Aura, making use of those early game winning side lanes, it's just a classic Aura gameplay. Win in the side lanes, roam all over the place, exert that pressure. But now, Turtle will be the first big fight between these two teams.
Turtle Samsung is up here. Udiel, you pop that black shoes will provide damage, but real world population as well. But, take a look. The Turtle resets 5. Comments in with that falling star mood. First blood by Samsung for side of Alter Ego. And it seems like Sally Boy is now getting picked off. Godiva with the catch play making. And 1-for-1 here. It's favoring Aura Fire.
1-for-1. We're going to see a lot of these mechanical 1v1s, even mechanical 4v4s. It's the most skirmish-heavy teams colliding in the MPL, and I can't wait for it. Even in the first Turtle fight, we can see the immaculate display of that high-level mechanical skill coming in from Alter Ego and Aura Fire. But here, Arashi, Pi was able to get the kill. Will he be able to win out in the lane, is my question now.
Well, if we're talking about Dairoth and as well as Esmeralda, Dairoth has the upper edge. But yeah, another Turtle fight here. The Turtle hasn't been taken down earlier. And it seems like both teams are already hovering around the river here. Selly Boy It's done with that purple buff. We'll look for an engage perhaps, Arashi.
Whoa, actually, Alter Ego was able to secure the lethal there. So, Aura Fire, they're trying to make plays happen, but early on, we saw it was kind of close, especially because Sally Boy is on that Balmond.
Yeah, Balmond will pick up that turtle with that lethal counter, but at what cost? High, and as well as Kodifa is just there to give the combination of skills. And yeah, Sally Boy goes down for the second time in the 3rd minute. Things are not looking good here. Things are shaky for the side of Alter Ego Esports.
I think they're shaky for both of the teams because maybe they're not using the right amount of the new Axe effect, the new upgraded dual action Dio body spray. If you guys want to fight that body odor and you guys want to have that fresh smell, Arashi, here you go, Axe body spray.
With the dual action, man. The same way we see that, there's just a lot of dual plays happening here all across the map. As Alter Ego, they seem to be playing the objective game more than Aura, which is very, very surprising because we mentioned earlier, usually Alter Ego is the ones who actually go for all those kills, and Aura are the ones that's been a lot more calculative and more objective orientated. But with that drop right now, I think Alter Ego has no choice but to make the most out of that Balmond pick, trying to secure all the future objectives. But if they do that, Aura Fire will get easy picks every single time.
Oh, 4 members already in the vicinity top side. Aura responds with also a 4-man top side, but it seems like both teams, they will disengage. They will not force a fight there. Yeah, I think that is the wiser choice here, especially from the side of Alter Ego Esports. Remember, they have an OCC, but take a look at this. Leo Murphy, oh, the baits. Nino will catch one, but no, it is actually Leo Murphy that is taken down.
This is the power that they have.
Wow.
Again, that pick potential coming through for Aura Fire. With the Bidem Koopa, it's a guaranteed stun. With comboed in, the Kadira that can just come in with a Petrify and just so much CC to add on, even damage, it's just so hard for Alter Ego to look for anything across the side lanes because they are winning. Arashi, items here, 5 minutes in. It does seem like Aura Fire, again, they have the items properly into their hands, but Alter Ego are still grasping onto that lead.
Alter Ego is still on a gold lead, and Nino has the BOD right now, so Alter Ego, they might try and make use of that big power spike, but Udil here gets jumped on.
Wow, Black Shoes popped early here. Facehugger as well. Real world population will be no use in the next minute. We'll have to see here. Selly Boy and friends will look for that turtle, but Bidem Koopa comes in clutch. But of course, with the lethal counter, Alter Ego manages to take the second turtle. Aura Fire, they are behind an objective and as well as gold, so they really need to take care of that. And take a look at Pi. He has a lot of space to take down, well, this turret to half HP.
Remember what Anti-Mage said about Alter Ego. Alter Ego and Aura Fire. Aura Fire are the evolved version of Alter Ego, but currently it's Alter Ego outclassing Aura in terms of the macro play without the winning lanes, Arashi.
Exactly. I think for Aura Fire, they have a lot of advantage when it comes to those skirmishes, but when it comes to the securing of these objectives, Alter Ego, this is what their composition is, designed to do almost. And for Aura, they don't really have a lane they can make plays with right now, so they're banking on trying to get something happen. But 3-man dive in the bot side right now.
3-man dive, and Pi taking a lot of charge there. Will be taken down, and Aura Fire finds their first structure. But take a look on the other side. Godiva trying to retreat, survives, and Alter Ego couldn't trade.
Very tough for them to trade here, as you can see, but Alter Ego, they're pushing on the pace really well with the turret objective and even that gold objective. They are able to utilize the Balmond pick really, really well. As you can see from your screen, Selly Boy taking away some of the jungle creeps and invading very aggressively because he knows no one can really burst him here at this stage. 7 minutes in, he probably has that cursed helmet coming in.
Indeed. And now it is still 4-1. Alter Ego, Aura Fire manages to equalize here somehow, gold-wise almost. And Alter Ego slowly but surely is trying to find a fight, which is quite interesting because it is actually, I feel like, Aura Fire's composition that has the edge for a team fight. But we'll have to wait and see.
Right, for skirmishes and team fights, you see Aura Fire, if they want to orchestrate a dive, they can very easily do so. They have so many setups with Kabuki and the Bidem Koopa, with the real world manipulation, as well as Godita just making the plays happen. For Alter Ego, it's very, very limited, so they only get the edge when they are contesting these big objectives. And now with the Lord spawning, it won't be a turtle that's easily picked off, but Udil does a lot of damage if you just stand in the pocket like that.
Yeah. Both teams here will not commit to a fight just yet. Both teams are just poking around, trying to force the enemy's mistakes. But Lord is now spawning. What do you think about this situation? Oh, never mind. Leo Murphy here looking for an engage. Yeah, with the guy doing Selly Boy is just beside him. What do you think about the situation currently here, Mirko?
It does seem like both teams are just fighting for control, right? It really does seem like this is the complete opposite to what we expected. We expected both teams to just go guns blazing, maybe 2 kills per minute, but so far, it's a low kill game, pretty low kill, as both teams have been prioritizing that discipline, how they play around objectives before they actually go for a fight. Firstly, with the setup, but Fluffy's not letting that happen.
Oh, Fluffy jumps in and real world manipulation will not be able, oh, never mind, will be able to help in as he escapes. Udil with half HP, barely survives, but take a look at this. Sally Boy with that guiding win is also surviving this one. No casualties just yet, but both teams, they want war.
Amazing team fight by both of the teams. Again, the mechanics coming in shining for both of these teams, but Aurafire have the edge for this Lord fight.
Yeah, no, it seems like Lord will be catched, but take a look at this. Nino forced to use the flicker pie, jumps into the backside. Folly Sarbon will connect all towards one, but the Lord has fallen to the side of Aura. Alter Ego, they want blood as one member actually falls, and Fluffy will fall as well. A 3-for-1, but the Lord falls inside of Aurafire.
Aura was just forcing that fight as much as possible, knowing that they have chunked down Sully Boy low enough that he has to return back to base. Unfortunately though, Alter Ego, again, they can't engage onto Aurafire, but if Aura is willing to fight like that, Alter Ego has a lot more tankiness, they have a lot more area of effect, and they don't mind scrapping along with Aurafire. So they have to be a bit more careful in how they take these fights, especially after taking the objectives.
In terms of objectives, it's still Alter Ego who are winning in general. Neutral objective takes still more, and even those turrets, but look at Aurafire. They simply don't care. They'll go for the picks before they go for the objectives, and they are looking for that bottom side. But again, Selly Boy with this Bauman and Nino on the Beatrix. So much pressure and so much control on to the Lord, and even every single neutral objective in the lane. And this is what creates so much defense properly for Alter Ego. This is what we mentioned in the draft. Why we think Alter Ego are better in the draft is because they're flexible. Once it gets to that late stage of the game, they can clear, they can fight, they can even go for picks.
Yeah, I mean, late game wise, it is quite equal. Sports out of all, not equal, but yeah, Alter Ego has a little edge. Highest damage, I feel like, will fall off in the late game as well, so that is going to be a concern. But take a look, Fluffy jumps in, no follow-up damage just yet. But it seems like Udil here in the side is trying to deal damage towards Godiva. Still no casualties for both parties. But it seems like a reset, and yeah, Pi here trying to be a nuisance for High. Is this a mistake? Yes, it is. High will pick up the kill, and now Nino though will find compensation for that turret top side, and Alter Ego with the complete disengage.
Is it a mistake? I think it isn't. I think that was a bait all around to just get the damage placed onto the frontliner for Beatrix to take the turret. But here,
real world manipulation. The Petrify comes into 3, but the follow-up damage doesn't connect just yet. Now though, Leo Murphy will take a lot of damage. Nino from the side, he should be able to escape, but yeah, still no bodies on the board just yet.
There's a lot of members on the side of Alter Ego that can just survive the pick-off attempts from Aurafire. Leo Murphy with the shielding, with the guiding wind, can also save a lot of these members. Pi is too tanky, Nino stays in the back, Udil has a black shoes, and Sully Boy is way too tanky and this mid-game right now. So Aurafire, with their pick-off oriented composition, are struggling to find the right targets for the burst.
they're struggling to grab something, but they're gonna grab Selly Boy here.
Oh, Selly Boy with the guiding wind is able to escape and a complete disengage. They do not want to overcommit, but man, Aurafire, slowly but surely, they are claiming more structures here. Take a look, they have already taken 5 structures, and yeah, Alter Ego still stuck at 3. Lord is up now. It is in hand, so this is going to be a very critical Lord.
The mid-game power spike for Aurafire is just shining so bright, and Aurafire utilized it completely here in the 12th minute of the game, utilizing all of the bushes, opening up with their very high mobile heroes, and also that kill pressure that they have. They also never force any objectives, but they need to be careful here. If they let the Alter Ego go in, oh my god!
Someone connects on towards 2, but take a look at Gold Diva. He gets taken down. Lord, the retribution battle is not going to be won. Facehugger will claim that Lord. Now, let's focus on the fight. But take a look at Nino with that shotgun. Just claims a body. And now High, he's isolated. 3 men is on him. A lot of burst power, and High will not be able to survive. And it will be 3-4-1. But once again, the neutral objective will fall to the side of Aura Fire, ladies and gentlemen.
2 times in a row, Rashi. Aura Fire, they secure the objective, but Alter Ego take the fight.
Wow, Steady Boy got taken out way too early in that fight, and as a result, Aura Fire has a chance to go for that steal. So Alter Ego, they might want to go for the actual fights first, as Leo Murphy here, a bit too aggressive, gets jumped on, but again, way too secure as Pi tries to turn it around.
Oh, the re-engage there, but take a look at Kabuki. The damage is there, and Pi also will be punished. 2 members for nothing. Aura Fire, slowly but surely, they are still holding on to this game.
And again, right, we are seeing this mistake happen time and time again for Alter Ego. They were able to take the fight. They were able to withstand the Lord push, but yet they go in for that mid lane. No setup, mind you. They didn't have setup to take any objectives. They just went in thinking about the kills, and Alter Ego, they just fall flat. Aura Fire were able to capitalize, and this is where it gets scary. When 2 members are down, Aura Fire with the kill pressure, Beatrix might be caught next.
Yeah, they really have to be careful here as High and friends, they are looking at to collapse this mid turret. It will fall though, and Alter Ego, surely they will lose their moving space. Godiva here with the rough ways, and Ocean Oddity will be jumped on, but will not be committed too long here. As if you take a look at the damage dealt here, Facehugger has the highest, but the mid laner for the side of Alter Ego, from the side of Alter Ego, is also up there, Arashi.
Yeah, Udal has a lot of damage for sure, especially when the fights get clumped up, the way we see with these Lord fights. I think Aura Fire has a lot more solid of a front-to-back composition on the due to the fact that they have a Yve, and they also have Kabuki with a lot of crowd control. For Alter Ego, we see that a lot of their members are pretty much independent, right? Only Nino needs that real protection. Esmeralda, Bauman, and Lilia, they can just dive in, be behind enemy lines, and do God's work. A lot of damage, a lot of AoE, and I think they have to try and make these fights a lot more messy. They can go and dive and maybe come from multiple angles so that Aura Fire cannot get maximum value from that real-world manipulation.
I actually think it's the opposite. Aura Fire needs to isolate the members, where Alter Ego needs to play it front to back with the Lilia and the Beatrix. But look, they're going to collapse on top side.
Pi taking a lot of damage here. Fluffy committing. Is this a mistake? But take a look at the back side. Silly Boy actually gets taken down as the jungler is down for side of Alter Ego, and now Aura Fire. They might force another fight here, but again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the evolved Aura Fire. They look for the Lord now, and it seems like with no retribution in the hands of Alter Ego Esports, it is just to their favor.
Oh, and Godiva places that breath of the ocean, opening up the map for Aura. And remember, no Nino, no Silly Boy. This might as well be a free Lord take for Aura.
Yeah, 2 men down here. Oh my god, this might be a mistake. Alter Ego, they are slowly but surely forcing for a fight, but surely enough, Aura Fire is able to claim their 3rd Lord here.
Back
in this
again,
game.
Arashi, Aura Fire, they like those messy team fights because they just can come from every angle. High, an assassin. Godiva, technically an assassin too. Meanwhile, same thing, Dyrok. The only thing that they need to protect is the Eve. But the thing is, with all that aggression coming through, Alter Ego don't have any resources to put their focus onto the Eve.
I think right now the approach from Aura Fire is, yes, they have a lot of burst, but they just burst whoever makes the first move from Alter Ego. We saw that whenever Leo Murphy tries to do something, whenever Sally Boy wants to be the aggressor, he just takes the full brunt of that burst, and then afterwards, there's actually not a lot of damage left from Aura Fire. And then Alter Ego were just already down 1 member, you see, so I think depending on how it goes, right? If they can get control of Godiva and make sure that his Breath of the Ocean doesn't land on multiple people, they have a chance here. But the high ground damage from Facehugger.
Yeah. 1 base turret falls here. Alter Ego is still trying to defend this one. 2 minions jumps to the side of Alter Ego. Can they defend a base turret? Seems like with their wave clear, they are able to do so. But they still need to be careful here as Aura Fire is still sieging. Ooh, the base turret top side is there barely, but yeah, still 2 base turrets surviving for side of Alter Ego Esports. And Aura Fire, yeah, they're still sieging.
They are, and this is what comes down to, it comes down to the compositions, right? Aura Fire have a whole lot of high ground potential as well. With Kabuki on that Popo and Koopa, they can actually siege down these turrets really fast, and that's exactly what they do onto that bottom side. But Alter Ego are also defending really well. They have a Beatrix, they have a Lilia. Clearing up waves is very, very easy for them. But Pi,
trying to face check. He needs to be careful. Still surviving Fluffy here. Oh, real word, but Ablation Pi is caught. And Sally Boy, you are in the no man's land there. 2 members, 3, 4. All members from the side of Alter Ego started to fall. And now, Nino and Leo Murphy being the sole survivor, the duo survivors. Aura Fire is still so strong with 5.
even when you think that Kabuki, oh, he might have made a mistake. No, the Win of Nature clutch, and now it's them trying to end the game.
Seems like the first game is already heavily leaning towards Aura Fire. It seems like they want to close this out. Can they though? Is the question. 6,000 gold lead. Surely it is a very, very good lead. And take a look at this. The base will be exposed and game number 1 for side of Aura Fire.
That was such a nice try though. That final team fight. My God. Nino got a little bit more HP, gets that guiding win to get the kill onto Kabuki, but it certainly was not enough. With 4 other members hitting onto the base, it's 1-0 for Aura Fire. Again, that controlled chaos that is now very, very scary, Arashi.
Wow, man. Aura, they put it so well, and we talked so much about the potential for the Beatrix to pop off, but in that fight, in that game, right, they played it so well. They make sure they use Phase Hugger to just zone all those backline members away, and we said it. They have Alter Ego has no crowd control. They can't take fights on their terms. So Aura, they just keep looking for those fights whenever all the resources are up for them, and they just zoned Nino completely. Nino was unable to make any significant plays in that game.
No significant plays, yeah. Seems like, especially after what, mid number 8, seems like Alter Ego is just on the back foot and they can't recover. Aura Fire, they are suffocating their opponents slowly but surely. Without lures, they are able to take down structures 1